I don't even have a guess.
No, same.
I wouldn't even...
I'm completely out.
How do these words come about? Do like people come together and like, we need to come up with stashing?
So today, we are going to show you some recent dating trends that people deal with in today's dating scene.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Ooh, fun.
We're not the couple to talk about dating trends.
We are so out of the loop. 6 years out of the loop. We miss Tinder and all of that stuff.
I haven't even swiped.
So we're going to be talking about like the terminology itself. So what we're going to do is we are going to show you some dating terms and see if you guys can define them.
All right.
Okay.
I can't wait.
We're not trendy and hip anymore. Like, we don't know.
I am.
This is going to date us so horribly.
Was that a date
Pun intended?
Yeah.
Once you're done guessing, we'll show you the real definition. Now, with these terms, the definition varies a little bit depending on who you ask, but we've defined these either from a direct source or from a consensus of what we found online.
Okay, good.
Who knows the dating scene better?
The first word is benching.
Benching. My gut reaction was just kissing on a bench.
This one's like sitting it out. Like you're like, oh, we're all gonna go out, we're gonna get some dates. That's all right, I'm benching it.
Benching is when you get rejected from getting asked for a date. You benched your date.
I think benching is when you are in a fight and you try not to say something too mean, so you're like, I just benched you.
When you're on a date and the dude does one of these, like you're sitting on a bench together.
Okay, so this is when you're actually dating more than one person and you bench somebody in between dating other people.
Okay.
I think it's when you're dating multiple people and some of them are getting kind of boring, so you bench them for a bit.
When you're maybe on Tinder or something and you're swiping multiple people and then like there's some you really like and then there's some that they're there and you can just use them whenever.
Oh, the benchers?
Is that the act of having a bunch of guys or girls, and then you choose one who's in play?
Benching is probably you want to make sure that your mate has good core strength. They go on their hands and knees as if they were a bench, and you sit on them. I'm a master bencher.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Here's a definition.
Benching is when you date someone, but you aren't really into them, so you keep them around as an option, but never commit.
So it's like baseball. You keep one person on the side or something.
That sounds awful!
So bad!
If you're not really interested, don't keep them around. That would be my advice to a person.
Are you benching me?
I'm not benching you.
Am I a bench?
You're not benched.
Next term is stashing.
Ooh.
Stashing.
Like, if I were to bring my stuff to have at your place.
I'm gonna go for the innocent version of like stashing like presents away, so whenever like she comes home, you just have like a stash of stuff that you can give her.
You have a whole roster of people, like you're stashing up your options.
That's when you rocking a mustache.
Oh, I'm
stashing right now. It's when you have a mustache and you're kissing.
You're dating multiple people and you're keeping them secret. Like you're stashing a few people in the...
Stashing is when you take somebody's phone number and then you hold on to it for a long time. You stash it away.
That's actually much better than anything I could come up with.
So say you have a very attractive person that you're dating and you go into a party and you stash them away so that other people don't see them and try to take your significant other.
I can only imagine it from a narcissistic perspective where someone's like, you're mine, I'm gonna stash you away because keep you forever.
Here's the definition.
Stashing is when you're in a relationship with someone and you refuse to introduce them to your friends and family, mostly because you view the person as temporary. Wow, so we were way off.
We were way off.
Nobody gets that point.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's dark.
That is sad.
Imagine being stashed.
If you don't want to introduce them to your friends and family, you might as well just end it.
How do these words come about? Do like people come together and like, we need to come up with stashing?
Love bombing.
Whenever you go like all out and it's like a bunch of little presents.
Basically, just really extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I can agree with that.
You express your love to this new person by giving them all sorts of that social media love. And you use a lot of emojis.
I was gonna say something very similar, but I was gonna say via text.
Love bombing is when you drop the L word for the first time.
That was what I was gonna say.
Because that's a big moment.
Or it's too soon.
When someone drops the L-bomb and the other person's not ready.
They're like, hey girl, I love you.
My guess is that it's when one person maybe likes the other person more and you just like are showing them so much affection.
Maybe like bombing is bad, so like when you're just like doing really bad on a date or something, like you're love bombing.
You're bombing.
You just aren't really finding a match.
Where you love them too much to make them go away. Where you like overwhelm them, like let's talk marriage, let's babies.
Babbies?
Like, how many babbies do you want? Do you want like 10 babbies?
Mini babbies.
I'll carry half. You
Okay.
carry the other half?
Yeah, like a seahorse.
Maybe photobombing? Like standing in the background being like, hey guys, me, like, I'm here too.
When you go in for a kiss and then someone sneaks in between the two people.
Love bombing typically occurs in whirlwind romances where one partner will try to influence a person with affection, attention, presence, and promises about the future.
I feel like that was pretty accurate. Like, I mean, you could do that via text, or you could do it via social media.
So this is somebody that is, insecure and afraid the person's gonna leave, so then they just like pile it on.
Oh, that's manipulation.
You were kind of right.
I
Like
was-
the clinging person. You said
Kind of, but this sounds like you're throwing things at them. for
I know,
them
this
to
is like
you.
a sugar
I
daddy
would
thing?
never have guessed that.
I don't think that the definition.
I like mine better. Mine's so much better.
I think that makes more sense
Right?
to me. Yeah. I don't even have a guess.
No,
I
same.
wouldn't even.
I'm completely out.
Gatsbying.
Oh, I don't know.
That's like when you just have a bunch of parties all the time.
That's when you pretend you're rich.
That's
when you lavish her with champagne.
Yes, I actually totally agree with this.
You have a crush on someone, but you're too scared to bring them one-on-one, so you throw a huge party and like invite them and like kind of like they see that you're like this party guy, you have all these friends.
Sort of flamboyantly showing off
Yes.
your riches.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
So your definition of Gatsbying is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Gatsbying, posting to social media and then waiting for that one specific person to check it out.
Is the modern day equivalent of Gatsby throwing elaborate parties seeking Daisy's attention.
Ah.
I didn't even think about social media. Oh gosh, I'm out of the game.
What an interesting literary reference. This was not the direction I was
Right?
expecting this to take.
Right?
Because this is like the theme of the book.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like people will take the more shallow, superficial end of
Yeah.
it.
Final term is submarining.
Oh.
This is having a secret relationship.
Some kind of form of hiding from the relationship in some way.
In a submarine, you're underwater, but you can breathe. So maybe you're like, you both hate each other, but like, there's still some air.
Yeah, I think it's maybe when you're drowning in a relationship you don't want to be in.
You lay low off the radar, and then you come in for a sneak attack.
When you find the love of your life while in a submarine.
When you're lurking, profiles and people and tweets and posts and such, but you're not too active, you don't like the Instagram photo, but you're aware that this person exists, and you're waiting for that moment to surface.
Submarining is when somebody you're talking to or dating suddenly cuts all ties and communication with you but ends up contacting you at a later time. Okay.
That happened in your past relationship.
There we go. I've been submarined.
This has happened to some of our friends who like have told us about their dating.
Oh, yeah.
They're like they totally get ghosted, then like a couple months later they get like the Snapchat at 3 a.m.
Oh, that always happens. You always contact the person you break up with at least one more time.
You're a submarine captain.
Hey, maybe though.
So overall, who do you think was better at figuring out these definitions?
I feel like we're both equally wrong and equally right.
Not a good look for us.
It's very sad indeed.
Oh well.
We did horribly.
I think we did kind of good. We have friends who date on Tinder and stuff, so we've heard all of the stories. We know some of the terms.
We tied in our
failure.
losiness.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
job,
good with
babe.
that.
Yeah.
We're both losers.
Thanks for watching this episode of YouTube Couples React.
And be sure to subscribe to everyone featured below. Links are in the description.
Hey guys, Ethan here. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you guys want to see your comments shouted out just like the people you see down below, B Sponged, Anna Petrovic, and Stephen Conlon, be sure to leave a comment because we're here responding to comments for the first 30 minutes of this episode going live. Bye guys.